Sylvester Stallone's wife Jennifer Flavin has filed for divorce, Hollywood Life can confirm. The Rocky actor, 76, and former model, 54, were married for 25 years before they decided to call it quits. Sylvester's rep Michelle Bega gave Hollywood Life this statement from the Oscar nominee: "I love my family. We are amicably and privately addressing these personal issues." Ahead of their official split, it was suspected that a couple of over 2 decades were on the rocks when Sly was pictured getting the tattoo of his wife covered up on Instagram. At the time, Jennifer also shared a somewhat cryptic post on her Instagram with her 3 daughters. The August 10th group hug photo was captioned, "These girls are my priority. Nothing else matters. The 4 of us forever #truth #family #forever." While details of the divorce remain unclear, Jennifer is now part of a group who once bore the title of Mrs. Sylvester Stallone. 2 other women, Sasha Chalk and Brigitte Nielsen, have walked down the aisle with the Rambo superstar. Here's what you need to know about his estranged wife and his previous marriages. Sylvester first met Jennifer in 1988, when she was a 19-year-old Valley girl visiting Hollywood, according to People. She met Stallone, who was in his early 40s, at a restaurant. But there was an attraction, and by 1990, the two went public with their romance at a Los Angeles event. The early days of the marriage were a bit rough. Stallone broke up with her via FaxX, per People. "He sent me a 6-page handwritten letter, in pen," she said in a 1994 interview. "It was pretty sloppy." Jennifer later found out Stallone had dumped her because he was having an affair with supermodel Janice Dickinson. Sly and Jennifer reconciled in 1995. They welcomed their first child, Sophia Rose Stallone, in 1996. The following year, they tied the knot at a civil ceremony at the Dorchester Hotel in London, per People. A more elaborate chapel ceremony at Blenheim Palace in Oxfordshire followed. Only a few people attended the event, and despite Stallone's history of infidelity, it seems the arrival of Sophia set him straight. Sasha Chalk. 3rd time's the charm seems to apply to Stallone's married life. His first marriage came when he tied the knot with photographer Sasha Chalk in December 1974. They divorced in February 1985. Over that decade together, the two welcomed son Sage Stallone, who died of heart disease at age 36 in 2012, and Sergio. Stallone's marriage to Chalk was a rocky one. He walked out on her following Paradise Alley in 1978. "I had discovered real fear for the first time," he told Rolling Stone in 1982. "Fear of losing what I had attained. Before, I didn't care. I was broke." Brigitte Nielsen. Sylvester Stallone divorced Sasha Chalk in February 1985. By December 1985, he was married to Brigitte Nielsen. Brigitte reportedly introduced herself to Sly by sending a provocative photograph of herself to his hotel room, the 1980s equivalent of airdropping a pic. Brigitte was married to Danish musician Casper Winding, and Stallone was still married to Sasha. But, once both Sly and Brigitte finalized their respective divorces, they tied the knot.